Hey YouTube, V here. So today I have my Domain Monarch deck profile. It's a deck that I think a lot of people have forgotten about. I have a nice chunk of it in German. Here's all my translations. I double sleeved them. Little fun fact: double sleeve translations are totally fine, and they have to be in a separate deck box for any kind of event you want to go to. But with that said, I want to show you guys my deck profile. I want to show you guys the reason why I played some of these cards, and I feel like this deck is still really good. In fact, going first against Gokis, dropping Domain, Gokis have almost no ways to stop it. Tricks of Sky Strikers are a little bit more hard, but this deck deals with that as well. And I think that Domain Monarchs is a really inexpensive deck that can still play in the meta right now. So we'll go off with the deck real quickly. We have Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. When you tribute summoner, you can send 2 Monarch spell traps from the deck to the graveyard, and special summon a Monarch with either 2800 attack, 1000 defense, or 2400 attack, 1000 defense. And at the end of the turn, that card, I believe it's like destroyed. I believe it's been a while. I believe it's destroyed. Up next is Erebus, the Underworld Monarch. Another Monarch card. You send 2 Monarch spell traps from the deck to the graveyard. Target 1 card in the field or your opponent's hand. Send that bitch away. It's not randomly though, but for your opponent's hand, you can't look at your opponent's hand, but still a really good card. I think that this is a really strong card, especially when you combine it with the Stalos to make a Monarch. Another card, when you tribute summon the Stalos, you can basically take a card in your opponent's hand. You look at your opponent's hand this time and pick a card out. So basically, your opponent can be starting with 2 less cards in their hand when you have Erebos and the Stalos in this deck, and it's really good. And I think that's something that's really important. Look at your opponent's hand. And you know, picking out cards that will help their engine is pretty strong, or looking at a hand and having any kaijus, any of that crap, you can just get rid of it with this Monarch. And then you have, of course, 3 Dia and 3 Eidos. Dia special summons Eidos when almost summoned, when she's summoned, period, actually. Eidos allows you to tribute summon again this turn, included on your normal summon. When she's in the graveyard, she's banished. You can add a Monarch spell trap from your banish pot from your hand. It's been a while since I played this deck, guys, but I've been testing it online and I'm just whooping ass. 2 Vegas Fiend, obviously. Opening up this against a lot of decks is an instant win. Gokis have almost no answers against this card. Dropping this card against Gokis, they have a very limited amount of answers they can actually do in order to stop this card. And having this card on your deck, on your board and bringing out Monarch after Monarch maybe limits the amount of plays your opponent can do. Only put 2 Veins Fiend. You really don't want to brick too much, even though we are playing 1 Karaz. Karaz is just good when you bring out your Dia play. When your opponent starts to board up a Dia, bringing out a Dia in opponent's turn with a Karaz is just really strong. Tribute your opponent's cards away. Yeah, they will draw, but it disrupts their combo, and that's what you really want to do. So it's pretty good. Another reason I think this deck is insanely good right now, and I've been looking at a lot of deck profiles on YouTube, and nobody has done this, but 3 Cypher and Gear Gamma and 1 Driver. I actually don't have the Driver on me. It's in the mail, so that's a thing. But for one of the biggest weaknesses of this deck is your opponent playing like Ash. A lot of people nowadays are playing both Ash and Draw. And if you play one of your Monarch spell cards, any card to search or whatever it is to trigger an Ash drawing your opponent's hand, and they stop you, as long as you have no monsters, you can just drop a Gamma on your opponent, and that's really strong, especially when you have a deck full of cards that tribute. So you drop a Gamma, bring out Driver, and then let's say you could tribute Driver for Veins Fiend, or you could go ahead and tribute both of them for a Monarch card, and it's just really good. It's a lot of value. At the same time, you're stopping one of the strongest cards your opponent has against his deck, which is most likely Draw or if not Ash. And a lot of decks are starting to now play Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries, which this deck doesn't care. It's like, cool, Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries. All right, great. Here's my extra deck right there. Up next is Domain of the True Monarch. So it gives a Monarch attacking 800 attack points. Also, when you have a Monarch, your opponent can special summon it from the extra deck. Really strong card. Obviously, you want to play that 3. You don't really need Terraforming. This deck has its own version of searching, which is Tenacity the Monarch. Real Monarch from your hand with Tenacity, and search your deck for any Monarch card, including the field spell. So, really good. Up next is Rhoda, because you can Rhoda out Adia, which is this chick right here. You can Rhoda search her. You always want to get her opening hand as best as possible. Helps search your combo really well, and I think that's why Rhoda would be important. Even in mid-game, as long as you add a card to your hand, you can make plays. Up next is March of the Monarchs. Now, another card that can be a really pain in the ass is infinite impermanence. A lot of times you want to go, you'll go out your Vanny's Fiend, you have a good board going, but your opponent will infinite impermanence to you, and Vanny's Fiend is just 2400 body at that point, and your opponent's gonna roll you. Well, Marching on Monarchs, you play this first, then you go Vanny's Fiend. Now your opponent can't use infinite impermanence at all. They can't target Monarchs. It just can't happen. They can hit another card with infinite impermanence if infinite impermanence is set and blank this card out, sure. But then they're gonna need another infinite impermanence to stop you. Also, those players playing like Effect Veiler, this card's great against as well. Really shuts them down. March of the Monarchs. Another card's really good when you chip in a Monarch. You basically add a 2800,000 Monarch or a 2400,000 defense Monarch from your deck to your hand. Really good to help you start the opening combo in which you could really take 2 cards out of your hand when you run up the Styles and Eidos with this card, which is easily searchable. So it all works in conjunction really well. Next, one Pantheism. Unfortunately, we only can play one. I really love this card could be at 3, especially since we have like Draw, we have Ash. We have just so many cards to stop this card, to limit this card. And I would love if Pantheism came at 3. The Book of Moon with the painful choice, mini painful choice search effect. It's just insane, and I really like this card a lot. And I would love to see this card even come at 2. Comment below if you think Pantheism should be able to come back. By the way, it's just an amazing card. Easily triggerable, easily recyclable in this deck still, but having it at multiples makes it a lot more better. And of course, Monarch Stormforth. Let's say your opponent plays Gokis and they extra link you and they're trying to be cute. Well, you could bait them out with another card and then Monarch Stormforth, one of the Gokis to break that board up, or you could just use this right off the back against a Tri-Gate, force a Tri-Gate in the gate, and then you can play the rest of your cards in your hand. Of course, you gotta play Foolish Burial. Once again, Foolish Burial. I don't think I named the other effect actually. I think that's what I've forgotten. His effect. You can banish him, special summon her onto the field. Her effect would trigger, and then special summon another one of him, and then you can tribute summon again. So using Foolish Burial helps that happen. Foolish Burial her, send it to the graveyard. Send him to the graveyard. Banish him, special, all that little cute little jazz. It's all on the cardboard. Unless if you're German, then it helps. Like I said, I have translations. If you want to read them, here they are. Up next is Regeki.co, because once again, opponents making up great boards, and breaking our opponents' boards is something that we really want to do. In general, I think when playing against even Sky Strikers, Sky Striker Tricksters, I want to break that board. I don't want them comfortably having anything on board. I want them to rework and reset their board up, and this is what does it. You play against Burning Abyss, and they'll have like, a Beatrice and a BLS or whatever, and you just break that board, and you continue doing your plays, which I think is really cool. And we have Upstart, which will be the 40th card. This is a 40 card deck, by the way. You play 2 Prime Monarchs. Opening 2 is a -1 opening starting hand, so we don't play this card. Best Monarch spells trash, push some of this card out, or once in the graveyard, counts as 1,000 attack, 2,400, no, 1,000 attack, 2,400 defense, some shit like that, right? Yeah. 1,000 attack, 2,400 defense, or you can set it when you activate it as a trap. Target 2 Monarch spells or traps in the graveyard, cycle that bitch back into the deck, and draw a card. So, I mean, I don't want to open up 2 of these. Opening 2 of these is such a huge neg. You really want to send it away with like your Erebus or your Ether. You really want to send that card away, this card to the graveyard to do that. And the last 2 cards is Monarch Erupts. Let's say you open up Vanities, and you have Monarch Erupt set, and your opponent plays Infinite Permanence, hits your Vanities. Well, Vanities is a 2,400 body. He's basically vanilla at that point. So why don't you just flip up Monarch Erupt and go, cool, he's vanilla, everything on board now is vanilla. Enjoy your combos, enjoy your plays. And it makes it really hard for your opponent to even come back and win at that point. Another card that's amazing against Sky Striker Tricksters. They have to use a lot of resources to even try to get rid of this if they have the resources. Game 1 flipping Monarch Erupts against Sky Striker Tricksters is really strong because a lot of them play only Afterburner. And for Afterburner, they have to have 3 spells and traps in the graveyard in order to even activate the second ability Afterburner. So it just makes it really hard for your opponent to come back and play against you, and against Gokis, making everything vanilla is amazing. They start doing a combo, the Infinite Permanence of Vanities. I always have to go with that because that's your best case scenario that they want to stop you with. And this card just says, cool, I'm going to continue combo though, and that is what it is. I would probably slide a 3rd one of these in my side deck. I'm still testing whether to play 2 or 3 of these myself personally. But this deck's amazing. It's really good. There's a lot of options you can still do with this deck. You can intermingle this deck with a lot of the 2 Draco stuff. I just like this pure variant a lot. I might do a deck profile later on if you guys want me to intermingle this with 2 Dracos. Another card I decided not to play was Escalation of the Monarchs. It basically allows you to tribute on your opponent's turn. It basically that ether ability, yeah, you can do it on your opponent's turn, which is cool. But I feel like if you're tributing on your opponent's turn, you're not coming from a strong standpoint. You're coming from a weakened standpoint, and it's just I don't find that to be as good. Even though this card's not bad, I just don't think this card is as good as cards like March of the Monarchs and the other card choices have in this deck. Also, I wanted to play Upstart Goblin because I want a limited amount of this deck, but I don't play Pod Desires. I think my original build I had recently, I played Pod Desires, and the problem with Pod Desires is you get rid of these two and like two Vanity's Fiend, you're in a world of trouble. You get rid of your 3 Monarch field spells, Domain of the True Monarchs, you're in trouble. You're not gonna win that game. Just because you drew 2 cards that could have gotten Ash, by the way. So you're coming out from a strong standpoint. I'm gonna play with a limited amount of cards, but get the job done. Get the boards I want to put on and lock my opponent down. And that's why I play this, by the way, guys. Like I said, it's been a while since I actually explained the effects. I just know them by mental memory at this point. But I really do think that this deck's still really good. I think it's still really relevant. I think it's still really competitive. And a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players that play against so many monsters that don't respect this deck is going to get locked and laid out quickly. And you'll still get guys that will play like Twin Twisters. They'll try to get rid of your domain. But as long as you're playing what you need to play, as long as you're playing Advantage Fiend, as long as you're bringing out Monica Ruffs, as long as you're locking their board down, they still can't play. They'll Twin Twisters, get rid of the field spell, get rid of this, and still have to deal with Advantage Fiend. They'll still become from behind plenty of times, and that will allow you to play a better game state. And I think that, once again, this deck does it very well. This deck searches out what it has to do really quickly. And even if you don't have Vanity's Emptiness, you still have a great board that you can set up. You can still put cards in your opponent's hands and limit the amount of plays they can do while locking their extra deck out. You can still go, like, first turn, go to Stalos, get rid of their Twin Twisters, lock them out. It's still strong plays you can do with this deck. And I really think you guys, if you're looking to play this deck, you're looking to play a really cheap deck right now during the dead season, this is the deck. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching this deck profile. Please stay tuned. I have a lot more deck profiles coming out as well. I have a ton of decks. I just haven't had time to really record them, and now I have some time, so I want to record these decks. And I'm really looking forward to see what you guys say in the comments below. Once again, guys, it's your boy V. Please make sure to subscribe and comment and like. Have a great day, guys.